Hi friends, it's Jolie Nicole, and this is a follow-up short video around our community call, our last one, which was on completion of cycles, physical, emotional death, energetic awareness, and what's coming up. A few of you have reached out and shared with me that you've noticed a lot of emotions and triggers in yourself, in your own inner wisdom, and also just feeling so vulnerable as you attempt to access the clarity. A few of you have shared how much self-judgment that you feel. And remember, when we're talking about self-judgment or ideas of lack or separation, shame, we are talking little self, right? The little self that is functioning at a level of experience based on yesterday's story, based on what was possible in your lifetime and understanding consciousness and beyond. Ancient ancestral stuff is coming up in many uncomfortable ways, right? And so part of that too is this beautiful experience of being with the space, with this awareness, the discomfort, the sense of achiness, deep achiness. And we don't even have to be aware of where it comes from just to recognize how deep it is, right? How deep it is. This is eclipse season. This is that time. This is the time where we recognize that we're all like wet rags and we're getting wrung out. And right now we are getting wrung out. And the little self will attempt to tell you that you are wrong, you're not safe, you should not share, that you're not worthy, you're not worthy of having relationships or experiences outside of you that truly support who you are, right? So the little self is in a place of fight or flight, frozen. It's in a place where it recognizes great change is happening, and it's reinforcing an idea that you are wrong, that something inside of you should be afraid or feel unworthy to allow all of this to come up. So my invitation for you is to just recognize, meet this with love if you can. I do know how painful it can be and how easy it is to go right back to our old self-talk and our old language, right? To revert back to the old stories we told ourselves to reinforce this idea, because it's really easy to recognize we can be happily miserable in our old story. Well, at least I knew what to expect. At least I knew what my role is. And what I'm here to remind you, you beautiful reflection of love's presence, is that you are here in this moment as a brand new being of light. This is your gift, right? So what if when we feel all of this cascading of emotion, and for some of you have shared how much crying has come up, that's beautiful. You're being wrung out. You are spiritually letting go of the old stuff, the old ingredients that allowed you to be who you were until you are here now. It is also ancient. Remember, epigenetics, our cellular memory, is reminding us that we have so much trauma that is not even our lifetime trauma that is coming up. And how can we love that and create a space for ourselves that all of us get to show up, even the stuff that feels so uncomfortable? So let's just take a moment and feel that, right? Feel that in a place that allows you to connect into what is showing up for you, because nobody knows you better than you. And who would I be if I allowed for just this moment the awareness, the possibility that love can only perceive love? And can I choose a loving awareness, a loving thought to meet the experience that looks like unworthiness, separation, challenge, fear, relationships, workplace, you name it, physical stuff, emotional stuff? What would it be like if I just embraced it, allowed for the trigger to come up, and allow for it to be our friend? We don't need to have all of the details, like where did that come from? How did that is? I see so many people in my practice over the years that have shared with me, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? And they do all of this like past life stuff, which it can be super helpful. I am not discouraging that in any way, but it can also be a distraction, because what's happening now is bigger than we can possibly perceive. What's happening now through these moments that feel so achy and vulnerable and emotional is that we're being wrung out. And who are we if we are not holding on to these old stories that hold us hostage to yesterday's identity? Who are we if we are letting go of the idea that my safety lies in yesterday, where at least I was happily miserable, sort of like Eeyore. At least I knew my role. At least I could like stuff it down and be with it. My guidance for you, my support of you, is to allow these cycles to come up and embrace them. Embrace them to the best of your ability. Be mindful of how you are loving yourself and supporting yourself. Are you hydrating enough? Really important during eclipse season. Hydration, 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 right? Are you stimulating your vagus nerve? Put your legs up the wall for 20 minutes. Do a Wallian caterpillar. It stimulates your vagus nerve. And that doesn't mean that you may not be carrying the stuff or being aware of how uncomfortable you may be feeling, sad or depressed you may be feeling. But it's also this beautiful awareness that we have the possibility and the potential to see it in the presence of love, to see it as love. This was simply in place until this moment where I can meet it in the potential of wholeness, where I can meet whatever this experience, whatever this trigger is, in the ability to see it for what it is. It is simply an opportunity to expand my consciousness, to recognize that my true self, capital S, is only a reflection of love's presence. And anything that shows up that tells me I am unworthy, that I am being judged, that I feel separated, fearful, scared, can I just breathe through that and see what information and guidance comes up? You are your most amazing healer. No one can heal you like you can. We have simply forgotten that we have the potential within us to meet and connect with others that reflect our truth and allow us to heal and deeply love all aspects of us as wholly innocent, wholeness, perfection, and the beautiful completion of ending cycles. It is perfect to cry. It is, in fact, totally awesome to wail, to really move, emote, allow for the emotional body, which energetically is much heavier than the physical body, to release. You will find that when you join and come together with others that can meet you in a place of love, see your ability to be bioluminescence, because they reflect that within themselves, that we have the ability to quickly change the story of collective consciousness, to allow for the healing to happen at this most magical time, this miraculous time, eclipse season, spring 2022. You are worthy of all beautiful experiences. You are worthy to the healing that you are. You are so magnificent. You blessed divine child of the divine. I love you and I bless you. Let's continue to have the conversations below, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.